So I'm so happy to be here with you right now. This is going to be such an encouraging and motivational video. For those of you, you may already be in Africa. You could be in South Africa, Namibia, Ghana, Kenya, wherever you are in Africa, but you're feeling like, man, I didn't start my business while I was in the States. You know, I'm not seeing the return on investment I want to see from my move to Africa. I don't know how to maneuver and do business. And you're thinking, dang, I really should have just started before I left. I should have incorporated before I left. Should have started building an audience. I should have at least learned business fundamentals before making the move. But I'm here to tell you some good news. It's not too late for you. You don't have to completely go back to America to start over. You can take the steps I'm about to tell you in this video to properly structure and bring a product to market anywhere on earth, okay? So this is even for you if you're in Dubai, if you're in Australia, if you're in the UK, if you're in America, wherever you are. Now is your season to properly bring a product to market. I'm Tiffany Garside. I am a product marketing, email marketing, retention strategist, keynote speaker on all things strategic communications. Also, the co-founder of Journey With Us and Black Educators Amplified. And so I want to just tell you about some client testimonials we had from the last cohort of Black Educators Amplified. We got this beautiful email from one of our clients that we worked with for 8 weeks. You know, shout out to Amber. It was an incredible email. It was so in-depth, but one of the things that stuck out the most about how she described the transformation that she went through over that 8 weeks. She has been in Africa, I believe, for like 2 or 3 years, I think. And she said in the feedback email, she was like, hey, I didn't even view myself as an expert until going through this program. I didn't even sit down and take an account of all of the expertise that I have, because this is something we take you through during weeks 1 and 2. That's the foundation. She's like, I didn't even take an account of all the expertise I have. And I feel like I should have already started building this audience and doing this before leaving America. But with Black Educators Amplified, I've been able to revive not only my business, but myself and my view of myself as an expert. You receive a testimonial like that, and when you look at feedback that is that in-depth and that life-changing, man, this work we're doing, it is wonderful. It is beautiful. And it's here to encourage you, because you can literally start, and this is what we teach in Black Educators Amplified of weeks 1 and 2, weeks 3 and 4, weeks 5 and 6, weeks 7 and 8, which is your launch. Now, during weeks 1 and 2, when we're doing the 20 question framework, it's important for you to also understand the 4 types of curriculum or consulting modules that you can do. Okay, this is key. This is even for you if you're a writer, because this brand messaging, writer, graphic design, she was actually a massage therapist. If you are a dental clinician and you want to create your own enterprise, a mental health clinician and you want to create your own practice, or you have your own practice and you want your brand strategy to be aligned so you can sign clients effortlessly, the key way to do that is being very clear on what your offer is. You have to choose a niche. You have to choose one offer. You have to stick to it. This isn't optional. This program and your business will not function properly to scale to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year if you do not have standardization with 1 or 2 signature offers. Not doing all the things for everybody, choosing one and just being upfront and accountable to yourself. And then if you're in the program, we're accountable to you and telling you, hey, choose one. Let's make an executive decision and let's go with this one thing. You have so much expertise. You're good at so many things, even in your work history, even if it's all within the same industry. For example, I'm a finance copywriter, but finance is a big industry. Right now, I'm doing mostly tax relief stuff and bookkeeping software stuff. So I don't even handle like personal mortgage loans. Okay, I'm not even handling that realm right now. And so you have to niche down so specifically in this economy so that people can make the decision, because you just want them to come to a decision. You don't want to push these pushy sales tactics down their throat. You don't want to come off as apathetic, which is the opposite of empathetic. Apathetic is you don't understand how to relate to humans and how to understand what someone's going through. That's apathy. Apathetic, what we teach is how to actually have empathy for your audience and understand where they're coming from. Even the scriptures say, and all you're getting, get an understanding. How much more so is that important in an integrity-filled business. You have to be filled with integrity and ethical sales, which is what we teach in the program, because this is going to be the thing that makes you stand out and gets you more clients and gets you more revenue across the world, and it opens you up. But you have to be willing to post on social media. You have to be willing to do your website copy, because that's the foundation of everything. For example, you can get funding in your business from anywhere in the world, as long as your clients are in the US and the business is mainly incorporated and structured there, and you can use that funding to expand your business. We've done it about 4 times now, okay? And it has paid off immensely every time. But the reason is because we have proper website messaging, right? So on these applications, on these different funding things, you have to show that you actually have a website, that you're actually professional, and what's even more critical about this is if you have clients that want to work with you. Let's say somebody wants you to, they want you to do some kind of history curriculum, okay? And you're gonna do 4 Zoom sessions with them. You're gonna create an ebook, or maybe you already have created an ebook, but you're not just gonna sell the ebook. You're gonna break it down and go through the ebook with them over the next 5 weeks, right? Now, how will they know if they want to work with you if you do not have website messaging that goes through all the details of your offer, all the details of what your audience is going through, and helps them make a buying decision? Your website isn't just there to look good. The words matter more than anything else on the website, because the goal is to help someone make either a yes, I want this decision, or no, I don't want this decision. And the no, I don't want this decision is fine. It just gets you closer to the next yes. That's why it's so important when we go through this timeline in the program that you understand week by week what your goal is, what you need to be doing. Now, the first type of consulting module that you should do to bring a product to market properly without doing the old ways of doing surveys and just wasting your time on these old methods, you can actually gain revenue and fund your business by offering consultations. If you're a lawyer, if you are a small business owner, if you are in e-commerce and you sell wellness products, why are you not doing wellness consultations to teach people how to use your products and how to get the most with an accompanying workbook, right? Now, once you establish that, you can then go on to license that to other institutions by pitching them. But again, that's where having your website copy comes in, your website messaging. If your website messaging is not professional and it looks like ChatGPT wrote it, you think a college or an institution or a hospital is going to be willing to pay you, ma'am, sir? They're not going to want to pay you. They're just going to click off because it's going to be awkward, right? And so you have consultations. You have consultations blended with workbook curriculum. After that phase, let's say you're someone that's already gone through lots of consultations. You've done like 15 of them. So you're coming in the program. We have clients like this as well. And now you're like, okay, I've done these consultations on this particular service. We would tell you in the program, yes, tell us your client feedback, tell us the data points, tell us some things they're bringing up to you during those consultations, tell us those frequently asked questions, and then we can structure your next phase curriculum where you're recording and doing live sessions with them. After that, after you have those live sessions, you can actually hire a curriculum writer or go through and write the curriculum yourself, that standardization for the process you're taking them through from A to Z. We've done this with the Dream Life Africa. We've done this with Multiply Your Talents. We've done this with our children's homeschool curriculum, writing our own curriculum. And so it's not hard, but it takes diligence. You have to literally sit down and be willing to write it, right? So that's a must. You have to be able and be willing to actually create the product and market the product. And that is literally it. That's how you find long-term success in Africa. Because the issue when you come to Africa and you want to sell something like, let's say you want to sell shea butter, the issue with just selling shea butter is that shea butter is about a $2 to $3 product in Africa based on what currency you're in. Even in this country that we're in Southern Africa, that, in this, you have different malls, you have different systems, but the currency is still much lower. For example, I was looking up the salary today for this country of a dentist. Dentists here make about $1,500 to $2,000 per month. In this African country, dentists, now in the States, dentists and surgeons are some of the highest paid people. And so automatically your salary is up there in the ranks of like surgeons and dentists, okay? So that tells you when I go to sell something that's just like a one-off product, I don't have any education with it, I don't have any curriculum, I don't have any client experience with it, I'm not actually, how can I say it? I'm not giving them an experience, I'm just giving them a product, that's gonna run about $2 to $3. Now, if you have ads that could possibly work, that could be the business type that you wanna do, that's fine. But if you're anything like us and you have children, you have different commitments, you have loads of expertise, you have a decade of expertise, and you're like, I know I'm really good at what I do on my job, I'm really good at this phase in my business, but I just don't know how to structure it, price it, bring it to market, create a curriculum, create some type of coaching consulting package, then go back and refine it as you serve clients and walking away with your 3 to 6 month content marketing calendar like our clients do in Black Educators Amplified. Because even the ability to have that clarity and peace of mind and stability on your roadmap, that third and fourth set of eyes really, because the people in the program as well help to move you in the right direction. But that third and fourth set of eyes to say, hey, you got a lot of traction in this area, why are you not niching down here specifically? I've seen this work in other industries. You need to do this. This is that type of atmosphere we invite you to if you're someone that's like, man, how do I figure this Africa thing out? How do I figure this out? How do I figure this business thing out, right? How do you figure out your SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, all of these things that you have to use for business fundamental analysis? These are things that you can't just overlook in Africa. These things are more important while being in Africa. That's why we always tell clients, and we come on here and tell you guys, ideally, optimally, because what we did to succeed and still succeed long-term in Africa, it is 100% one, mindset based, but second, if your mindset is set on being here, then it's finance based. Your finances matter in Africa, and your business fundamentals matter, because the people perish for the lack of knowledge. And if you don't understand business fundamentals, you're gonna have a hard time here in a country where it's mostly entrepreneurial and business minded, where you're not going to expect to come here and get a job. And if you did get a job, you would be making much less, which isn't a bad thing if it's just you. But if you have children, if you're trying to leave a legacy, if you're trying to structure something that's bigger than what you can imagine, or bigger than what you can even think about overcoming and doing in your life, then you want to actually be an entrepreneur, because you can't leave a 9 to 5 to your children. You know, when I used to work in healthcare, I also used to work at Chase Bank in the fraud department. You know, I couldn't leave those things to our children. You know, my husband used to work in warehouse jobs, okay? And at no point can you say, okay, I'm gonna pass down this warehouse job to my son. But we can say, we're gonna pass down Journey with Us, we're gonna pass down Tiffy G Rights, we're gonna pass down Black Educators Amplified, because we have these programs and these structures in a consulting business module that we can literally pass down to the next generation, grow them up in it the right way, so that when they are 18, 19, and 20, they don't have to go out and work at McDonald's. Why should we have our children working at McDonald's? We shouldn't. We should be able to say, as experts and people that are diligent experts, they are, what other way can I say it? You're diligent, you're an expert, you're someone, you're not lazy, you are really on it. Like when you show up and do your keynote speech, when you show up and do your work, when you show up and do whatever it is you do, people stop and listen to you, because you have that expertise that your audience needs. And so why would you just bury it and hide it on a hill? Don't hide it on a hill. Let fear go. You are an expert. How do I know you're an expert? Because you have 5 to 10 years of expertise in one specific niche. You are able to draw specific outcomes, whether it's finance, health and wellness, whatever it is, you're able to draw specific outcomes for your employer or for your clients. But without marketing strategy, put it like this, marketing is the lifeline, the blood of your business. Without marketing and sales, your business is stagnant. But once you have that clarity to know where you're going to take your website direction, your marketing direction, your 3 to 6 month marketing calendar, then there's no excuse. You can't say, oh, I didn't know what to do. No, we worked inside the program and we did it all together. And so you can go out for 3 to 6 months, even 12 months, and look back at the work we did together and say, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know how to refine this process. I know how to continue keeping this going so that I can establish that legacy for my children, so that I can invest in real estate, so that I can expand my consulting management practice, so that I can educate the masses in this specific area, so that I can go out and license my program to institutions. These are all things that we have been able to accomplish since being in Africa. And so we invite you guys to the program. Now, as always, this program only has 4 slots available. We do not want it to be overladen with too many people, okay? We want it to be very incubated, very high touch, bespoke program. So only 4 spots are available for October 7th. We invite you to come into the program. For those of you who are watching as writers, I will try to also create a link for Write Your Way to Revenue. I haven't created a new link for that. For those of you who are like, come on, I want to be a writer. I want to be a writer. So the difference between Black Educators Amplified and Write Your Way to Revenue is that Black Educators Amplified is for the expert. This can also be a writer, but for the expert that wants to take their business serious with consulting practice management, okay? Meaning we come in and help you write your website messaging. We actually critique it and write some of the pieces for you. You walk away with a 3 to 6 month marketing calendar, a 3 to 6 month plan, okay? You go through the agency framework that we created in Tiffy G Writes for those clients who have amassed $7.8 million to date, and we give you that framework in Black Educators Amplified, okay? So Black Educators Amplified is like the advanced college level solution for marketing and business development. Write Your Way to Revenue, on the other hand, is the entry level, very entry level, meaning you've probably never written anything, you don't have expertise in too much of anything. You just want to learn a skill and learn it as quickly as possible to get clients in the next 30 to 60 days. That is Write Your Way to Revenue, because we teach you how to find your niche. We help you source your elevator pitch and do that during the workshop. And then we show you how to sign clients with your contracts, how to incorporate your writing business. And this is specifically for writing. Again, Black Educators Amplified can be for writers, can be for teachers, can be for people who are in health and wellness and the sciences. The key thing is that you have to be an expert for Black Educators Amplified. That one is only for experts, okay? Write Your Way to Revenue, if you're like, man, I've only done a few things in, customer service, and maybe you're like 25, 26, maybe you're young and you're just like, I just want to see if I can get into this writing thing, then that is the program for you, okay? So hopefully I made that clear. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if this encouraged you, because I just want you to know that it is not too late for you to succeed in Africa, but you are going to have to change your mindset about the way that you view finance, business, and living in Africa. So shalom, shalom, talk soon.